everybody, my name is Colin, and today I'm going to be doing a new movie review. Today I will be reviewing The Way Back. Now, I saw this movie about 2 weeks ago, and I loved it a lot, and the reason it's taken me an extra 2 weeks to finally film this review is because my Mac died, and I wasn't able to charge it due to the power outages caused by the horrible virus, the coronavirus. You guys have definitely heard of it. We're in freaking quarantine now, and it's really depressing. A lot of people are out there dying, a lot of people sick, and my hearts and prayers go out to all the families involved. Just it's really bizarre and depressing time in America right now. And I really don't know what my YouTube channel is going to do now. I know I only get a few views every now and again, but like I know definitely there are some people that have been like, could use a new video. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do TV. Been watching a lot of great shows lately, like Curb Your Enthusiasm, Westworld, but might as well put this movie review out now because we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe they'll release movies on demand, like A Quiet Place Part 2. Like, it just got postponed. Everything's shut down. The NBA, yeah, like Tom Hanks has gotten it, and it's just a really depressing time right now. And I just wanted to talk about this movie I really loved. It's easily my favorite movie of 2020, and that is The Way Back. The movie stars Ben Affleck, and this is easily one of the 3 or 5 best performances of his career. Just such an emotionally powerful film that really hit me. So it's about this, it's not really a recovering alcoholic, but it's an addiction where when he drinks, like, he's not like a good time drinker. It's like he's like a really reckless alcoholic, and this is a really emotionally powerful film. And he becomes this high school basketball coach for his old high school. He was a really great player when he played like back in the 90s, and it's probably one of my favorite basketball movies. It's just like the music, the cinematography. It almost reminded me of like an A24 style of filmmaking. And the director is the same director that did Warrior, just Gavin O'Connor. Just like really well directed. The music's fantastic. But Ben Affleck's performance is what carries this movie. And there are moments in this movie where he's like freaking cursing at the players and he's being hard on them, but he really loves them. There's one moment where he's like, "You guys need to grow a pair because you're playing like a bunch of pussies," and I just burst out laughing because it was so funny. But like, it just reminds you of like your coaches when you were in high school, and I just related to this film a lot. And there's a lot of religious concepts in it. There's a bit of a spoiler. Ben Affleck does have a depressing backstory in this movie. And I know a lot of people are going to make jokes about like Ben Affleck being an actual alcoholic and basically playing himself. But yeah, I think that he could deserve an Oscar nomination here because this was just some really powerful stuff. And I really loved basically everything this movie did. I know some people didn't. It's in like the early 80s on Rotten Tomatoes. Some people might say it's like cliched or predictable, but I just loved it for its themes, and there was just so much in this movie that I really related to as somebody that grew up in a basketball family and playing basketball, and just like some of those basketball scenes towards the end where, you know, like they start out with a really shitty team, but then like the coach, Ben Affleck, he makes them much, much better, and their season turns around, and now they're in like championship, you know, like a normal sports cliche, but it's a cliche that I think is done really well. And even though it's as a Catholic school, so you do have some of the religious symbolism in there, it's not too obvious at points, but at some points it definitely is. With the whole like not cursing, we're trying to make not necessarily good basketball players, but good young men. And in the end, Ben Affleck's alcoholism, like that's really what brings him down in the end. It's a really depressing story at times. There were moments where I just wanted to be in tears because it was so emotional. And yeah, if I'm being like objective, I'd say it's like a 3.5 out of 4-star movies because it does do cliches, but it reminds me a lot of Lady Bird. Like, just because the story is cliched and it's been done before, that doesn't mean that it can't be like so tightly written, because this movie just resonated with me in every sense of the word. Thought it was very well written, very well directed by Gavin O'Connor. It's not quite his best film. Warrior is still his best film, but this is one of his best films, and definitely one of my favorite sports movies in a long time, and my favorite movie of the year. This will definitely be in my top 10 list at the end of the year, and who knows, maybe my rating could change down to a 3.5, but as of right now, on a scale of 0 to 4 stars, I will give The Way Back a 4 out of 4 stars. Just really, really great film, and I want to get this review out finally. And I don't know what I'm going to do next, guys. coronavirus, I'm really bored and I'm open for video ideas. So let me know in the comments if there's any ideas you have for me to do. Please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let me know what you thought of The Way Back if you did see it, if you plan on seeing it, if you're not able to see it due to the coronavirus. Thank you guys for watching, and I will hasta la vista.